Today, we are going to talk about 4 reasons why you may potentially want to explore franchise business ownership. Many times, people are feeling underemployed, they're feeling underpaid, and they're feeling underappreciated. And but they don't really know what to do. So I'm going to give you some things, 4 things to look at. One is you may have been downsized and you're looking for a job and you're not finding anything right now. The job market is hard right now. And, the interesting thing is if you've been in HR, you don't have to go into HR. You have many transferable skills that could fit a business and give you the time and flexibility that you would like. And I imagine you were earning a 6-figure income before, and you will earn that 6-figure income again. Best part about all of that is also you don't ever have to worry about getting downsized again. You don't have to worry about looking for a job. I help a lot of people in job search here in the Cleveland area. And, it's taking some people quite a while to find a job. And it takes a chink out of your armor. Even when it's not your fault and you know that you've been in transition. It's happened to my husband. So I know I've experienced it. It takes a chink out of your armor when you've done everything right. You've raised the numbers. You were the number 1 sales office and they closed the office this year, even though you were the number 1 sales office. So I just think that sometimes you might want to explore. To be honest, 1 out of 4 people buy a franchise. But it certainly doesn't hurt to explore the opportunities. This week, I did talk with a client and he was exploring. He's been downsized and he loved all the questions that I asked him. And he said, they really are making me think about what I want to do next. And he said, I don't think this is it though. Hey, that's great. Then I have helped you. If it's ever been on your bucket list that I think I want to go into business for myself, and you can easily go, no, I don't want to do that anymore. I've helped you, and that's my job. Our second red flag is sometimes we feel like we've hit the invisible ceiling, right? You are now the vice president. The president isn't going anywhere. The next step on the ladder is president. And you don't see that that's going to happen. That guy's staying for a long time. Maybe you've been looking around, putting your feelers out, trying to see if you can find another, the next rung up, the president, and you just have not really found that. Maybe you could explore business ownership. Hey, let's face it, you've already helped people. You've really already done business ownership. It's just you haven't had your money involved. And sometimes that's hard for people to part with some of their money. But you have so much that you can give back to the community. It all depends on what you want. I recently had a client that her big thing was giving back to the community, having an impact in the community. And she bought a driving school. The driving schools need disruption. And this driving school that she bought is coming in and it's going to take people by storm because they're going to engage our kids in wanting to learn how to drive. There will be probably a 70% reduction in driving accidents through this driving school. So anyhow, how much bigger of an impact on the community could she make than helping kids learn how to drive more safely, by teaching them in a more creative way? So anyhow, those are some of the things that you can do, when you're feeling like you're hitting the ceiling and you're kind of bored actually with what you're doing. Again, you can explore. It doesn't cost anything to explore. And you may say yes, and you may say no. Or maybe it makes you think about an industry that maybe you should go and start exploring to go work at. A third red flag that you might have that it's time to get out of the corporate world is that you have been building somebody else's dream for many years. And you think to yourself, I could do that. Well, you know what? You can. There's no question. You've already done it. You know that you've done it. And now you just need to step out of your comfort zone a little bit and do it. Again, I'll preface this with saying that, we were 21, but, my husband had worked for his dad since he was 9. So he was pretty sure he knew how to do it better. And you learn that maybe you didn't know how to do it better, but some of your ideas were better. And, you go back, we would go back to Dad and ask him some questions sometimes. But Dad also learned a lot of things from us too. And I think that that's, again, the beauty of going into business, with a franchise family, because sometimes you bring new things to the table that they hadn't even thought of because they've been doing it for a while, right? And so you've been building somebody else's dream. It's time for you to go out and build your own dream. Build your dream for yourself, build your dream for your family, and have the kind of legacy and life that you want to have now. Red flag number 4. You're sitting there at your desk at 4:00. You've got all your work done. You want to go home, but you got to stay till 5 because that's the rule. My son and I were just talking about this the other day. He has a job. He loves his job. But he said, really, I could do my job a couple of days from home. He said, I understand the going to the office part, but 2 days, I'm making phone calls all day. I could do the phone calls from home 2 days a week just as easily as 5 days a week from there. So, a lot of times people are craving that flexibility to say, I did everything today. I met all of my, however many phone calls you had to make or whatever it is that's on the list, but I got to stay here till 5. Or one of the things that I love to talk about is when I went into business myself, I was a lunch lady prior to this. I wanted to be the kind of mom that could be off when my kids were off. I wanted to get my kids off to school on the bus. I wanted to get them off the bus, all of those kinds of things. And when this opportunity, this FranNet opportunity came to me, I was so excited because I could still be the kind of mom that I wanted to be. I could have that freedom and the flexibility, and I didn't have to call anybody and say, Owen's sick today, so I can't come into work. I'm sorry, and beg and feel bad that I'm telling my boss I can't come in and I'm not going to get paid. And, being a little frustrated with my kid for being sick because I should be at work, right? So I just, if you have those struggles sometimes, or in the summer, what I'm going to do with my kid, I got to work all day. Again, exploring business ownership is really just such a great opportunity to find out, does it fit or meet your needs? One of the things that I'm realizing lately is many women are leaving the workforce. Daycare is expensive. And again, what do you do with your kids? Those camps are expensive in the summer. We can't leave our kids home alone or when they're sick and all of those things. I was not making a 6-figure income when I was a lunch lady. I could tell you that right now. But when I left, not being the lunch lady and owning this business, I then had the ability and make a 6-figure income. And I was the kind of mom I wanted to be. Or there are many men. This is the opportunity to be the kind of dad that you want to be. So I just encourage you. It doesn't cost anything to explore business ownership, and you might find that it is for you, and maybe it's not. But I'd love to help you explore it.